Quorum, are you sleeping?
Get it? It's like what you say when you're sleeping, and this guy's boring.
Banana Bear Show. Hasan is the worst political streamer, nay, worst person on the internet. I'm gonna make this a little bit different. Normally with these things, it's Quorum telling me about a horrible person that is on the internet. I'm bringing you an internet degenerate that probably most of you, a lot of you don't think most? A lot may have heard about. This guy...
He's on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
I think. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. He is a multi-millionaire, and it is horrible. So I'm going to be playing a lot of clips from WillyMacShow, his YouTube channel. He did a video on Hasan, and then he debated Hasan about the video, and it is just Willie Mac did an amazing job with just breaking down everything Hasan doesn't do, what he does do, which is stupid, and debating him. Hasan didn't prepare at all, and it's just, he did an amazing job, and he's still making videos on it. Go watch his YouTube channel. I'm going to be playing some clips and just agreeing with pretty much a lot of what he says.
I just think it's funny that Hasan is a socialist, but he's a millionaire.
Yes, and he doesn't pay his mods, and I mean it's just all this stuff. He doesn't do any kind of profit sharing with his people, which is what the whole socialist / capitalist, trying to switch over from capitalism to socialism. That's what the whole model's based on, is you bring in this profit sharing where the whole company votes on what the company needs to do rather than just one person.
So people that believe in socialism believe in it unless it's their shit being taken away.
Exactly.
That's why you'll never, any American that says they're a socialist, unless they're from a foreign country that has had a socialist thing that worked, that wasn't funded by, let's say, the American government or the American military is backing them.
Right.
It's never worked. No country has ever worked as a socialist. Mm. And the people that say it does, those are countries that don't have a military. They don't have, capitalist stuff. And, I think Sweden is one, maybe. But
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I'm not sure either. I know there's one in Europe that everyone points to saying, oh, that works. But it only works because it's closed off from everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think there is an actual working socialist country or anything like that. It's all these mock mixture of things.
Because it's all, the ones that I know that are more recent are in South America. Mm-hmm. And they all became corrupt real quick, and a lot of people don't eat. They starve, and the socialist stuff becomes a communism.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it is.
And anybody who doesn't agree gets re-educated.
Yeah, kind of like how America's trying to re-educate you on your gender.
Exactly. So let's kind of jump in here. I love this intro,
Hasan is the
so I'm
biggest
gonna
left-leaning political streamer in the world, informing people on news, wars,
baying pig, you bloodthirsty, violent pig dog,
court cases,
psychopathic, bloodthirsty.
How can he get away with doing this stuff? How can he get away with doing this stuff on Twitch? How he berates anybody who disagrees with him.
Fantasies that they've all had
and cultural debates.
You are just a trans person. Sorry. You don't know what the f you're talking about.
But he is not informed or consistent on any of it, making arguments as if he's some sort of military missiles expert.
Do you think that is a misfire from a rocket? Because I've shown you the misfires from Hamas rockets. It does not look like that.
If someone...
He is not an expert. I mean, Willie Mac breaks this down. He is not an expert in missiles. All he did was show a supposed Twitter that was maybe a rocket from Hamas, and another video of a rocket, and he said, "Look, these are the same. These are the same." And it's like, no, it's not. Like, wait.
It couldn't be the same. They built it out of fucking pipes that were made from water distribution.
Well,
you fuck.
The thing
They're not
about
real fucking rockets.
The thing about it is, he says it with such authority, and then if you say anything against him, he says you're stupid, and he bans people from his chat. Like, he will legit ban them for 15 minutes.
Oh, like every other Let's Play. That one, okay. Let me explain something. I used to be so left, right? Not super left like Shalon, but I was left, right? And
You
the
didn't
one
put
thing,
on your little eyeliner or anything?
no, never that bad. It was more or less like I didn't get certain things, and like, yeah, if you're rich, you should pay more, and all this stuff. And then I grew up, but it, like any
Fair.
argument, like I would still try to debate, right? And if you can't debate somebody, right, without using the, well, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, going for a personal thing, not the topic you're talking about,
Right.
that means you lost. You lost the debate. But
you're no longer talking about what you're talking about.
On the left, you will always see this. Someone will bring up a fact, and then they're like, well, you're a homophobe, or, oh, you're a some blah, blah. And it's like, you're not debating anymore. Now you're just calling each other names.
Yeah, and it makes those words meaningless.
Oh, they are already.
Yeah. So,
how many times?
Opinion that he doesn't
what?
Oh, go ahead.
agree with. He calls them racist, transphobic, genocidal.
I mean, this is exactly
what will discredit the critics, so he doesn't have to actually engage with their argument.
You bad faith, apartheid defending, bloodthirsty, genocidal freak.
And it's not just one or two things. It is like multiple, like, big things that he's saying. It's not just like, you suck, you're wrong. It is, you suck, you want everybody to die, you want this, you want that, you are... I mean, he goes hard into these people.
I wish he knew what genocidal meant.
I mean, that's a valid point. Okay, let's skip forward a little bit.
Hold on, I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is a valid criticism.
Stealing other people's content.
In a perfect world, I think that content of this sort would be heavily subsidized by government subsidies in the arts, in the field of art.
You would be subsidized?
Everyone.
This motherfucker acts like he's innovating on something. Yeah, Hasan, our tax dollars should go to you, bro. Electric cars and oil?
I love that. But he goes on to say, like, Hasan will literally, he'll play something, which like what I'm doing, and that, I'm playing it, but he sits there and watches it and makes maybe one or two comments, and then he will get up and he will hit play and walk out of the room for long periods of time. Not just to pee, like he'll go and leave it playing. I mean, how does he not get in trouble for this stuff?
Is it Twitch?
I mean, because it's Twitch and he's making the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he wasn't making the money, I guarantee you.
If he was fat, do you want to be able to talk?
Oh, man.
No, because I guarantee you a lot of his fan base, half of his women, they suss over him. I'm not joking. That's the thing. I know that was a running gag because, he's a nice Middle Eastern looking guy. He's tall. He's got money. He spews literal feces out of his mouth. But, some women don't care. He's got money.
Wow.
He's got that height. He's part of that 1%. Yeah,
Man.
Socialism. Can I go in your pool?
Yeah, I'll do socialism. And years later, they're poor, living off of the government.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
No. Hasan sitting in his room watching MasterChef? Take my money.
I love that.
So
I love WillyMac.
I recognize that was wrong. I stopped doing that.
This is him apologizing. So he apologizes and then continues to do it. He says he stopped doing it, and he did not. Oh, drives me insane.
He's just lying to Ethan when he says this, and that's because he never wants to be seen as the bad guy. He will always frame himself as the righteous victim. You see, the real reason why his son steals other people's content is because he was just a poor boy growing up in Turkey.
If you want to understand why I have this opinion, look, I grew up in Turkey. We did not have access to movies when I was growing up that in a timely manner. We did not have access to video.
So that gives him all the reason to be able to pirate and do all this other stuff that's illegal.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, if you do that, whatever. But you're
My
in the
favorite
wrong.
thing is who is he looking at?
Oh, he's not very good at camera control. He's like watch his stuff.
I lived in Turkey, and because of that, I'm able to steal all the content. Socialism is a good form of government, and Turkey, I have a pool.
But he's not even looking at the camera. It's like he's doing that, but then he's doing it over here. And like,
well, when people talk like this, they're looking to get help. Like, yeah, about the stolen car. I'm not sure about it.
So you think he has somebody in his ear, or is he literally looking at somebody?
Or he's looking for help.
Say something.
Yeah, get me out.
Video games when I was growing up in a time.
Yeah.
For the entire company, we can't get together as an entire company and make this decision ourselves on where the profits should go. Where should we actually, should we invest it back into the business? Should we invest it back into a better compensation structure?
According to him, he doesn't even do the bare minimum when it comes to the people that work for him. Do mods and editors get a say on what Hasan gets to cover on stream that day?
No.
Does he profit share with them and provide benefits? No, they don't even get paid.
Are you paying?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
A percentage or something proportional to the millions that you're making off Twitch, right? Does that carry over to your Twitch? So sure, I believe you for your podcast.
To who? To what?
To editors, to moderators.
Yes.
So you're paying moderators or head of moderation?
No, not editors and not moderators.
So no one.
So no, he does not pay anybody. He said yes, waits for a follow-up question. Somebody has to clarify, and then he says no because he has to. He has to be forced into a hole to say the truth. How does he still have fans? Is that not infuriating?
It's not that.
I mean, yes, I know. But I mean, like...
It's not fat. I'm being honest.
I know.
He's a good-looking Turkish guy. It's spewing. Oh, he's left wing. Oh, he's so... Oh, my God, he cares. He has a big pool, and he's probably... fucking 6'5".
Perfect.
You know I'm right.
I know
I'm right.
I know.
You know I'm right.
I know. It just sucks. Skip forward a little bit.
Forced content theft and is bare. This guy didn't even say anything hateful. He just didn't agree with Hasan, so now he's transphobic.
Or they're literally breaking records after records, not just participating. Wrong. You are wrong. You are making that up. You have read like 3 articles from like 3 random edge cases. You are wrong. Show me.
It's right there in front of you. Just read.
So right here, he's talking about Leah Thomas. And it's like, let's see, what is it? Leah Thomas, who is transgender, recorded the top times in the country. So yeah, he went into women's sports and recorded the top times. And he was trying to talk about how no woman anywhere has affected women's sport, or no man anywhere has affected women's sports. And then whenever a guy tried to point it out, he's like, you're transphobic. I mean, it's just one thing after another.
When one of Hasan's trans fans would chime in and say that Hasan's doing a bad
This
job
is horrible
arguing
too.
for trans people, Hasan can no longer just write them off as being transphobic. So instead, Hasan decides to be transphobic.
Here's the other part. Like, you, for the record,
WillyMac, you're the man.
My issue as a trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates. I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. Okay? There you go.
Wow.
Suck my dick. I despise you. I despise you more than anything else on the planet. You are fucking cancer, okay? You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my dick. For the past 15 months, you've been able to fucking hide in these ranks. You catboy fuck. Move your catboy ass out of here. You are never welcome.
Why? How?
He's 6'5", Turkish, good-looking guy.
Every time.
Praising the local communists. Meanwhile, Disney executives say they will not produce any new film.
He gotta pee. He gotta go talk to somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Or think of something else. Be like, how else can I make America look bad? Because that's all he is. That's all his arguments are. Is he knows what the outcome's going to be. So in any foreign thing that America is involved in, it's America bad. This thing happened. This is where I'm going to end up. America bad. I'll do loops over here to get to there, but America bad. And that so bad faith.
6'5", Turkish, good-looking guy.
He then comes back and molds because he's so wrong all the time.
I think it's selfish of me to take the Piers Morgan route.
This from the ground reporting is just him sitting in his room reading tweets. There is no exclusive.
That is insane. That's psychotic.
That's exactly what happened. But nothing has been worse than his coverage of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He sells himself as an on-the-ground reporter.
But if it's between me going live and giving you 10 hours of on-the-ground, 10 hours of reporting from the ground.
Reporting from the ground.
At a critical moment, at a critical time, versus not going live that day just so I can go on Piers Morgan and fucking yell at him, I think it's selfish of me to take the Piers Morgan route.
It is so selfish of him to deprive all of his fans from him sitting in his $1 million mansion talking about the news that is incorrect. On the ground reporting, Quorum. On the ground reporting. Hasan, can you...
6'5", Turkish, good-looking guy.
Oh, man.
Dropping a bomb like this on themselves, even by accident or deliberately. They do not have this capability. You have no evidence. Stop concluding. What is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at with my own two eyes? What are you looking at?
Do you see where he's at? He's on X.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Twitter, X. Looking at a video on Twitter of just some random person who posted a video of the bomb, of the missile, whatever you want to call it. And he's saying, look, because it proves America bad. Israel bad.
I have no evidence. Don't believe your fuck. What do you mean? Does that strike you as a fucking misfire?
Can you tell the difference between a misfire of a homemade missile and an actual missile just by a dark night video?
Well, 6'5", good-looking guy.
I mean, really, but does this not make you a little bit mad?
6'5", Turkish good-looking guy.
So what I'm hearing is you sub to him, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't watch dumb shit. This is stupid.
You just know why it's out there. Okay.
I know why he gets the views. Because you have 21-year-old, or hell, even 18 to 24-year-old girls simping over a guy that's 6'5", Turkish good-looking, and he's pushing his left-wing ideological views that are in your universities that you're. I'm not 6'5" or Turkish good-looking.
That's why you got me here, to correct you just a little bit.
Yeah, I need you here, Mikey, to back me up, because I'm not a 6'5" Turkish good-looking guy. So talking about my ideological views that are left-winged that would bring in the ladies. And then when they grow up and they realize, oh my God, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I hope they grow up. Please let them grow up.
They won't.
I don't want to be in a world where stupid people run the planet.
Did I tell you, like,
no,
the Earth sucks? Like, I wouldn't leave.
Yeah,
people like this make me want to leave.
IDF airstrike.
Cool, makes a lot of sense. This guy knows what he's talking about. Hasan would then go on Piers Morgan, doubling down.
Israeli airstrike hit the Al Ahli hospital.
Now, interestingly, when you were saying that, I was coming on air too, and I took a position based probably on 30 years of being a journalist, including running major newspapers, working at CNN and others, of waiting. Of just saying, I think we should just wait and see what has actually happened here, get clarification, see who's actually to blame before.
Yeah. So what he's saying is actual journalistic integrity, where you only report on what you know are facts, and you may make some predictions.
Look at that swag look on his face too.
I know. He just like
his chin goes to a point.
I can't do. I'm not.
No, you can't, because you're not a 6'5" Turkish good-looking guy.
That's true.
Before we start passing judgment.
That's good advice, Piers.
Yes.
And yet all the evidence now suggests very strongly that it wasn't. That in fact this was a rocket that misfired coming from a terrorist group inside Gaza. So my question for you is
I wouldn't go that far.
Why would you
I wouldn't go that far.
Why
Piers.
would you?
He says based off nothing but a guess.
You made it seem as though there is a certainty that this was 100% not an Israeli airstrike.
No, I didn't. And instead, I literally just said it's not a certainty.
Okay, sorry.
I said the evidence is increasingly pointing to this not being an Israeli airstrike. And that is expert evidence from people who have no skin in the game at all.
Yes. Well, I don't know which expert you're talking about. Because
He says this, and he does not tell any of his experts that he supposedly talks to, if he even says that. He only says he talks to experts whenever he's called out. And he says, well, my expert witnesses, my expert this. It's like, who? Do you say? No.
You're transphobe, and he's a 6'5" handsome Turkish guy.
Channel 4 did a pretty good job. As a matter of fact, I would say Channel 4 did probably the best job so far in analyzing everything that the IDF has said.
Yes, Channel 4 does have an early report with evidence pointing to this being the IDF's fault, but they don't speak with the same level of confidence as Hasan.
In general.
No, as I've shown, you've done a terrible
thing. As it's ongoing, I usually have a policy of not covering breaking news.
Wrong, he goes from I'm an on-the-ground reporter who only cares about the facts.
What I care about is...
Yeah, this is a good point.
The facts of the matter.
To, I'm just a dumb guy on Twitch who never reports on breaking news.
I'm just a dumb idiot with a Twitch stream who is live reacting to the news and trying to make sense of everything as it's ongoing. I usually have a policy of not covering breaking news, and sometimes that policy is violated. But ultimately, I am not held up by the same journalistic standards, even though I think I do a much better job than most other news outlets in general.
No, as I've shown, you've done a terrible job.
Wow. But I'm pretty sure.
6'5" Turkish good-looking guy.
He doubles down, saying that he's just a stupid Twitch streamer and that people, no reason to listen to me. And he says he doesn't cover breaking news, which is a lie.
It's 6'5".
I know.
Turkish good-looking guy.
Let's see. Oh, this is real sad too. Did you hear anything about him and Ethan from H3H3? They had a podcast together, The Leftovers. I think is what it was called. And they disbanded because they couldn't get along. Hasan's audience, so if you didn't know, Ethan's wife is Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he lived over in Israel for a while and all this stuff. And, that probably affects him because he probably has in-laws and family over there and, whatever. And he got really upset whenever everything started happening. And even though he was upset, he still came on and was just like, he defended Israel's position to be upset at Hamas. But he did in a very, for Ethan, I consider a very logical way. Just
Which is funny because he usually doesn't
correct
have that, because Ethan is a short, fat guy.
I do not like Ethan Klein.
I used to like him. He used to make great content, and then he sold out, and now he does this podcast dumb shit that nobody likes watching.
No.
And then when someone calls him out on it, which has happened recently, he doesn't understand why people hate him. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about. But
when he gets mad, he
has his ticks go on there a little bit.
Yeah. It's not health related whatsoever. Why work out?
So anyway, Corbin, you crack me up. He goes on and they have a discussion back and forth, and Hasan does what he normally does, is he disagrees with him, and then he tries to turn the subject to something that he knows about, and then he just word vomits. Like, he dumps all of these facts on you. So it's like Hamas, and then Hamas did this, and Hamas did that, and Israel did this, and it'll be kind of related, but not really related, and doesn't really explain his position on anything. And then he kind of makes you look stupid to stupid people, and then aka his fans, and then his fans, who are horrible people, sometimes will come and attack that person. Ethan got attacked by his fans, like, enough to where they had to end the podcast. Like, it's bad, but
in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Okay. He's made a coalition of the most like radically conservative freaks that don't represent, by the way, the majority of Israelis.
Even crying at one point when relating to a father who lost his child.
As a father, it's even hard to talk about.
Yeah, this
is
sad.
Dude was holding his infant. It was like a year old. And he was like patting her on the back and saying like his final goodbye. I mean, he's holding her like she's alive, like he's just burping her or something. I didn't expect to get emotional about that, but like, I'm a new dad, and that shit really fucks me up.
For the first 2.5 hours.
Okay, so that right there, like, that seemed pretty real, like, emotional wise, right? I mean, I almost got a little emotional there. I'm a dad, you know, I understand. But so to not be outdone, Hasan does a despicable thing.
I don't know.
When a wonderful voice for good, a Christian woman, a Christian Palestinian, and an American citizen, Shireen Abu Akleh, was murdered as she was on her way to one of these refugee camps. She had a press vest on. She had a press helmet on. She was shot in the neck so that she could be assassinated. Okay? This was a major issue. They wanted to do. Sorry.
He has to try to do what
really
he was doing.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Fucking asshole. Yeah, force that tear.
I mean, it's not just me. That looks made up, right? Like, he is super trying hard.
They went to her funeral and beat the shit out of people and ripped the Palestinian flag off of her. Palestinians can't have a moment of peace in this fucking world. They can't even mourn the dead. Sorry.
What a dick. What a dick. Dude, what a dick.
Yes.
What a dick.
That was in the same
6'5". Turkish good-looking guy. Fake rank.
Yes. And I'm sure the girls are eating it up.
Oh my God, he's so sensitive. Can I go into your pool?
The idea of went in.
In a hypothetical conversation about socialism versus capitalism, Hasan says he'd send people who are capitalist away for re-education.
If you're in a socialist
this is good
country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist,
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum? Should there be resistance in the government to keep socialism?
I think the resistance should be akin to how capitalist governments have resisted historically any kind of socialist movement, not to that same degree of violence, but I think that, yes, the solution to that would always be education and offering more...
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah.
Re-education, yeah, the good kind. Like the other good one-party re-education.
Yes, that is horrible.
He's a fucking idiot.
and capitalist societies do not do this. We put people in prison. You can still believe what you want to believe. And the only way we put people in prison, well, besides the Red Scare, which is a whole other ballgame, is, you know...
We're in the Cold War.
You do violence. You try and live outside, you know, the U.S. rules and regulations.
I've heard this saying a lot. A socialist could live in a capitalist government. Capitalist could never live in a socialist government.
No, it can't be done because they won't allow it.
Yeah.
Where capitalists are like, sure, you can make money, fine, do your thing, bro.
You want to be a socialist? Give out our money, sure. Oh, you want my money? No.
Country.
I know that's like a
Let's
trigger
put them in
word.
camps.
No, not like that.
Yeah, it's camps.
I know there's a trigger word because everyone goes, "Oh, re-education." What do you mean? Like immediately people think like, "Are you
China
talking
does
about?"
that. Do you think the one-party state is a good model? Because the outcome of that one-party state is also massive human rights violations across the board.
I mean, I don't think that. I think that America is a one-party state.
I don't care about America.
No, but it's important to understand because, like, the one.
I love watching their podcast because Ethan is the only one. Like, I don't know what it is, but of all the debates I've seen Hasan in, Ethan is the only one that can really just like drunken master him and like push at these specific things. I don't know what it is. I don't think Ethan's a master.
Ethan has more money.
I don't think Ethan is a master at debate.
No, he has more money.
No, but I'm saying like when he's sitting there talking to him, he fumbles around. And it's almost like Ethan fumbles around a little bit, but then he comes back to the topic. Like Hasan tries to very often, then Ethan like pulls him back and says, no, this. And Hasan just keeps getting trapped in that. And it's funny. It's like a funny game of cat and mouse. Like anytime you guys get time, go watch somebody talk about these little debates they have. It's really funny.
Party state is an inevitability under any kind of formation of the government. The
That's
government
not
is
true.
going to yield results that are either positive for the people or...
See, that's not true. Like in our two-party, even though I feel like there's one giant group that is affecting politics right now, in the United States, we have two parties. It's this constant push back and forth between human rights and like an extreme version of human rights, and then an extreme version of conservative values and capitalist interest, which I think the capitalist interest is kind of in the middle somewhere sometimes.
Yeah, because no matter what you're doing, someone's going to get money for it.
Exactly.
Like pro-life, pro-choice. You have the religious-based conservative outlook of don't kill kids, values, all that stuff. Oh, by the way, go to your church, support it, money. And then you have the other people like, abortion is their choice. By the way, we're having a 2-for-1 sale on abortions. Get them now.
Yeah.
See how both of them sound horrible?
Yes. Yeah.
They are. I want to go to Mars. I'm pretty sure Mars is going to be like, can't kill a kid. We're in Mars.
We need that kid. 100%.
Yeah, like they could be like mentally challenged. Who cares? It's still a person.
Okay.
No, I'm going to bring that up because a lot of like the pro-choice, they're like, what if they're mentally challenged? What if they are mentally challenged? Huh? I mean, yeah, they got a bad hand, but I'm not going to kill them for that.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
I agree.
Negative for the people.
Even if it's marginal, there is still a difference. Even if it's marginal, there's still a difference.
There is a difference in the candidates you vote for.
There has never been a moment
where I have sat here and justified this. Are you schizophrenic, or did your head get cut off? Because you sure sound brainless when you come in here and shadowbox. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why?
I have never said that.
He said that resistance to apartheid is always imperfect.
What the hell are we doing here? You bad faith, apartheid defending, bloodthirsty, genocidal freak.
I mean, he has his perfect cadence. You blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Insert derogatory term.
I am a 6'5", good-looking Turkish guy.
We've talked about Hasan, how horrible he is. Now I want to cover where WillyMacShow went on Hasan. Like somebody told Hasan about his video or something, the video that we kind of watched, and Hasan got mad. Some people have said he had to confront somebody because he's losing audience members because all his bad takes and, you know, all this stuff, like bad faith arguments and all this stuff. Well, he calls out Willie Mac for making that video. And he's like, are you going to come debate me? Debate me, bro. Debate me on X. And then whenever, like, he did that, and within an hour, whenever Willie Mac didn't come on, like, immediately say, yeah, let's go, he started calling No Show Willie Mac or No Show Willie or something like that because, you know, he didn't respond in like 30 minutes or an hour. Like, just to show you how quick this went down. But he actually went on there and it was horrible. It was horrific for Hasan because Willie Mac is a good debater. Like, he stayed on point. He had to look up his video, but I mean, he has made the video, like multiple videos on Hasan, and he had to go back, and Hasan refused to look at the video. Like, Willie Mac was like, what are the criticisms you have about the video? And he's like, I don't watch your stuff. Why would I watch some dog crap like that? It's just going to make me mad. It's like, well, then why are you calling people out? Like, oh, it's so frustrating. But it's so funny.
Doubles down. Sometimes he does it by speculating missile tech different designs. This one's made.
What do you want to say? The video.
I've gotten numb to the criticism.
Before you jump to
Here we go.
That's why I
believe you've done a couple videos about how
dog
shit I am, I think.
Did you watch the videos?
No, of course not. I have a policy.
Criticism, like, it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now.
You want to debate about a video you didn't even watch?
Why? Yeah, of course. You made the video. I'm not like debating a random person about a video I didn't watch. You made the fucking video, so let's hear.
I know, but that kind of like that kind of links up to like my big criticism with you, is that you don't actually put in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions.
Chef's kiss.
You're like, hey, I want to debate Willie.
Do you really consider me watching a fucking dumbass YouTube video from a drama farming channel to be doing research?
Drama farming channel. No, just because somebody has a criticism of you does not mean they're drama farming. They are pointing out your shortcomings of being a stupid prick.
6'5", Turkish good-looking guy.
I didn't say short, and I didn't say bad looking, so, you know.
I don't.
You said shortcomings.
This is what you're
on a video.
About. You're going into a topic you don't know anything about.
Brother, just give me.
He might confuse the two. I'm sorry.
Me what you want to say. Give me what you want to say. The video's about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
so fucking talk to me about what the points of the video are, and let's discuss it.
See how bad faith that is? It's like, if you have criticisms about his video, you should be able to point those out. But he turns it around and is like, you should know this stuff. You made the video on me. It's like, I did. But you wanted to debate me.
There's so much shit that you've done.
Please point out which issue you have with my content.
Yeah, can you tell me what is in bullshit?
What do you mean?
My main criticism.
Why would I have to research a video about myself?
Because you don't know any of my criticisms. So now I have to provide all the context and do all the legwork for a debate you challenge.
He has to do the legwork twice. So once for the video, and then he has to go back and get the criticism again and point out specific places in the videos of Hasan's that he brought up and show it to Hasan, and then Hasan will come with an argument, and then he has to fight Hasan again. I mean, it is like WillyMac was doing 400% of the load in this video.
And it allows him to lie to his audience because they don't know the framing either.
Yes.
I have to watch a dumbass talk shit for 25 minutes and jerk off like all the talking points that I've heard about myself over and over again. Mm-hmm. Incredibly stupid. Give me the takes and we'll talk about it. Okay, go on.
Yeah. My take is that you have a pattern of behavior where breaking news happens. You jump to wild conclusions, talking way too confidently.
Okay, give me an example.
Give me an example. He gives multiple in his videos. Multiple.
Disagrees with
example.
You.
Give me an example.
All right,
are you going to talk about?
Okay. There was reports that Ukraine was going to be invaded by Russia. You confidently said no, it wasn't, despite all the reports. Then Russia invades. And then instead of apologizing and correcting the story, you then
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
You justify the invasion.
Wait,
right?
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
Let me finish my...
See, he does this too. So he starts to make a point. WillyMac starts to make a point, and right before he gets to the end, Hasan will interrupt him and say, "What? I didn't do this?" It's kind of like somebody walks in, and there's a theft in a store, right? And you're walking out, and the guy, like you're wearing a jacket and some shoes, and the shoes are brown, and then the witness says, the guy was wearing a jacket and some white shoes. And the cop goes up to him and be like, "Hey, you're wearing a jacket and some shoes. Was it white shoes?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I was wearing a jacket, but white shoes? My shoes are brown. My shoes are brown, man. Are you sure? Are you sure? I've got this money here, but my shoes aren't the same color."
That's a horrible analogy, but I know what you're saying.
Shut up. I'm not good.
Wait, hold on. No, this is important.
This is the pattern of behavior.
Because you said you... Wait, hold on.
Oh, and that's a good one, too. He's constantly, whoa, wait, this is important. This is important. And WillyMac, like, after getting stopped, like, 6 or 7 times, he's like, "You keep saying everything's important, but it never is."
Hold on. You're the one who doesn't do his research because I did apologize.
Hasan is clearly setting the tone for just how bad faith he's going to be. He thinks he's catching me in a lie when he's not. He just won't let me explain myself.
I did apologize, and I did correct the record.
You
just didn't fucking see it.
You kind of walked it back too.
Wait, no. I very clearly apologized for it. You didn't see that because all you do is look at fucking clip chips.
It's in the video. It's in one of my videos.
So why did you just now bring it up as though I've never...
See, he stops him before he explains it, and then he's like, "Well, why did you say that?" It's because that I'm saying what you did.
Okay, this is what politicians do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Bad faith
Real
arguments.
People don't talk like this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I stabbed somebody, but you know what? Did you see the blood? No. Did I kill them? Did you see the dead body at the end? No. You may have seen the stabbing, but that doesn't prove anything.
Hold on. Now, you may prove that you have a better analogy than me. You're doing the same thing. Dang it.
Because he knows it'll make him look bad.
Why did you...
Dude, this is exactly my criticism.
You did.
I didn't move the goalpost. He just never let me finish my point.
Yeah.
Is this what you're going to do? You're going to talk over me when I'm giving you the answer?
Yes,
No.
Every time.
Straightforward answer. I did do that.
Okay.
I did cover your apology.
So you said I did apologize, but it wasn't...
I'm trying to get it for him, but he won't stop talking. My video and once from you just bitching in my...
Yeah, so the entire time that he's trying to pull up his video, WillyMac's trying to pull up a video to look at the video that Hasan refuses to watch to bring up points, he is yelling in WillyMac's ear, "Just bring up the points, just bring up the points." And WillyMac's like, "I can't hear anything because I got you bitching in my ear, and then I've got you trying to listen to the thing." And it's just like he doesn't get it. And then he's like, "Well, I'll mute myself so you can look up," and then proceeds to talk about him badly while he's muted. It's so pathetic. Like, Hasan is a pathetic person.
Here.
Oh my god.
You gotta wait. Yeah, that's how
This is
research
the
works.
greatest. This is the greatest brain power we got, folks.
You're laughing at me
What
for
an
doing
asshole.
research.
I love that he's like, I don't remember my talking points. I have to watch my own YouTube video.
So when I finally confirmed,
See, is that not horrendous?
Yeah.
You're not going to say the line?
No.
Okay.
the clip and get my point across,
like in 2022.
Yeah,
another thing that I was.
He says Russia had not bombed Kiev at.
Oh, and by the way, the guy in the background is also a millionaire.
Oh, sure.
just saying.
At the time,
you know,
Russia had not bombed Kiev.
Here's Vosh from the same day.
Bridges up.
I don't care about Vosh. We don't care about Vosh.
My coverage, okay, on the editorial side of my coverage, if I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong. That speculation is always going to be on foundational analysis that is solid. My speculation on what may happen, okay, in the future is not always going to be correct. Everybody understands this.
It's usually wrong, yeah.
It's usually wrong. The only example you brought over...
You said the CIA is why Iran bombed the U.S.
Do
base,
you
bro.
Attack on U.S. consulate in Iran happening now? False flag. 100%.
I love it. Willie Mac just brings it back to him like full force. I love it. And he's so wrong. Like, I understand that, you know, whenever we freaking make predictions all the time on movies and stuff like that, and we're wrong. But we're not sitting out here going, you know, you suck because you think something else is going to happen, and you suck because you think something else is going to happen. We're just like, hey, we think this is going to happen. And Hasan double and triples down and gets mad at people.
%. MEK false flag. MEK actors, 0% chance that is so fucking sussy. Oh no. Oh, that's what's going on in Iraq, the American base that was under attack. No fucking shot.
It is. So it's America bad, get from point A to point B. And then another thing is, rather, it's never good faith like thoughts. You know, because whenever somebody does a prediction, whenever you're thinking of a prediction, you think of all the reasons why you are right, right? You have a line, and it's like, okay, well, he does that, and then somehow walks it back and says the right thing. So he goes this weird wrong way, a bad faith argument, and then whenever the truth comes out, he comes back and is like, well, this, and somehow makes it to the right conclusion, or just doubles down on the wrong thing.
Well, that's got to be fake, you know?
It was 100% Israel. 100%.
Okay.
You were so
Good point.
All the chat.
Good point.
He actually said he has a good
point.
point.
When I said that, I didn't just go, oh, I have no other opinion on this matter. I simply think Israel definitely did this because I want Israel to have definitely done this. The reason why I said this, and you do this regularly, okay? When I say something on this stream.
Okay. Did you catch that? Okay. First off, he refused to watch his video and bring up any points. But then he says, you do this regularly. So is he watching WillyMac's videos?
I don't know. That could be a fake criticism.
I mean, yeah, of course. But, I mean, it's like, really?
Okay. Oftentimes, especially if it's
Did
a
you watch
developing
the video?
story.
Like, how do you know I say this stuff?
Especially if it's a developing story. When I say something
Watch the eye roll.
On an issue that is happening, I look to all of the circumstantial evidence on the matter. You're bringing this up, and this is really important to understand. One,
really important.
All of the circumstantial
you say that
evidence
every time, but it never is.
Okay, all of the circumstantial evidence at the time, of course, after the 6,000 bombs that Israel had dropped on Gaza, a densely populated open-air prison, the 6,001st bomb, understandably, was going to be an Israeli bomb. To this day, we still do not know whether this was an Islamic rocket that was misfired or
making excuses. Yes, he's making excuses, always making excuses as to why he was justified in saying what he did, rather than admitting that he was wrong.
Brother. Brother. You're not listening to what I'm saying. On the very same
bombed by Israel.
So he points out that Hasan labeled his video like that right there. Israel bombs Gaza hospital, 800 plus killed. Labeled his video that. But he's not trying to cover things on the ground and get any kind of stuff, residual, views or anything from this. He's not trying to do that. He's just trying to cover the news, man. It's just what's out there.
Turkish, good-looking guy.
There it is.
800
on the ground.
People dead. That was your stream.
Watch how frustrated. Look how frustrated he is.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't clip that out of context.
Can you please listen
to
me?
You.
First of all, I never said 800.
What you're saying is irrelevant.
That rubbing the forehead, that tells gallons of stuff. Like, he is so frustrated right now because he is getting reamed. Absolutely reamed by Willie Mac. Willie Mac, you were awesome. And everybody should go check out Willie Mac's YouTube channel. It's WillyMacShow.
800, that's so fucking stupid.
He did say 800.
Update from 8 minutes ago. Between 200 and 300 people killed in Gaza hospital airstrike according to Hamas-run health ministry from 1 hour ago. Wait, what? No, the number is like 800 now.
And when confronted by viewers to change the title of the stream because he was wrong, he didn't. He doubled down.
IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Change title. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Yes, it did.
He then lies to me again, saying he was just reporting what the BBC said.
Okay. I was literally repeating what the
racist for believing any information that's
as a fucking misfire.
Do I even have to get commentary here, or does my point speak for itself?
In your video, do you, I don't know, at any point bring up any of the resources that I'm using, like including the BBC, which you said?
Yeah, I showed the tweet you used. Yeah, I did. I showed the tweet you used of a missile striking the ground, going, doesn't that look like a JDAM? That actually looks a lot like a JDAM.
And look how he tries to weasel out of it.
That's your epic reporting. Those are your epic sources, bro.
Yes. My epic sources. That was the only verified video of the strike at the time. What
I know. Like, you're a
Do you know where I got that?
Though. Like, you know how to interpret.
Do you know where I got that video from? Do you know where I got that video from?
Where?
The Washington Post. That's where I got that video from.
Yeah, but you don't know how to interpret what that missile is.
That's really interesting. You say.
He always tries to weasel out. He's like, do you know where I got that from? And the second, if Willie Mac would have answered with an incorrect answer, he'd be like, no, I got it from the Washington Post. So you don't know what you're talking about. But because Willie made him answer and tell him, he's like, but.
Say that because
6'5".
At the time I was talking. At the time, that's really interesting because at the time I was at the time
you
talking to open source intelligence people and also forensic analysts. That's what I was doing, and I still do.
He's lying. If you go to his October 17th stream, the only thing he does is read tweets that disagree with mainstream media reports.
Yes.
An actual Hamas misfire killed 7 people.
He flat out lies, man. Oh, that is ridiculous. Talking to mainstream.
Talk like this.
Yeah, I know.
I hate politicians.
You know his uncles.
Like the reason why a lot of people like Trump is because he doesn't talk like a politician.
Right.
Politicians talk like fucking circles. They lie all the time.
Yeah.
They get away with their lies. But see, and people like bash Trump like, oh, what a fucking asshole. He doesn't lie. He has not lied. He will call someone, oh, you're stupid. Like, because he thinks the guy is stupid.
He has bad takes.
Bad takes or not, he's never lied. Like,
true.
He's never lied.
Not going to say never. Don't say never.
You know, CNN, from what I'm hearing, fake news, And then the fucking videos came out. And then remember, we're going to call it the China virus because it came from China. Where'd it come from? Fucking China. Like, everything he said has been right. Right?
Not
and that's
everything.
why I'm going to vote for Trump. Cancel me if you want. I'm going to do it because guess what? He doesn't lie. He can be a fucking asshole. Cool, bro. He doesn't lie. He doesn't lie. If he says a mistruth, I'll say, it's because he got bad intelligence and he thought he was telling the truth. If you've not noticed that, right? Or if he makes a joke, they're like, "Oh, he really thinks if you use bleach." But he's making a joke. But it's turned another way. I fucking hate politicians, and fucking Hasan is a 6'5" Turkish, good-looking guy that talks like a politician.
Fair,
but he's not a politician.
Okay, it fell into a crowded area and it only killed 7 people. Misfires from Hamas missiles do not have the capability of destroying an entire fucking hospital. This is what it looked like. Exactly like every other fucking Israeli bombing campaign. This is the absolute dumbass that you guys are putting forward as your conclusion.
I honestly don't know what Gamergate is. What, do I look like Captain Palestine? I make videos on YouTubers and streamers. It would be completely out of my depth to talk about the ballistics.
Oh, yeah, and he keeps trying to get him to talk about, like, what he thinks of the Palestine and Israel conflict. When that's nothing, like, his whole video has nothing to do with Israel and Palestine. Like, the conflict itself, it is how Hasan covered it and other conflicts and issues and news.
Of a missile, you might be comfortable talking about things you know nothing about, but I'm not.
I do not know if there's like a
I love this edit,
like an activation that Israeli munitions have that can detonate way before it impacts the ground.
This is insane. How do his fans not see this? How many times can he be wrong, not apologize, and demonize everyone else for criticizing him? He does it in the...
Quorum. Say the line.
6'5", Turkish good looking.
Debate, always pivoting the conversation and call that chatter genocidal and say that they hate all Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're radicalizing them to do it? I mean, they do it for a reason.
Are you taking are you in your own assessment here taking things out of context over the course of an 8-hour broadcast where you think
all
maybe
in context. It's all in context.
No, you don't know context.
You gotta prove to
because
me that
you can look at it
context.
because you can look at a banning that is occurring on a stream and not recognize that banning is happening because it might be a sock account. That banning might be happening because someone is bad faith. That banning might be happening because I'm sorry, we're talking about how I cultivate my community.
Yes, this is irrelevant.
Moderate my community. How the is telling you how I moderate my community irrelevant? Everything it seems that goes against whatever narrative you want to frame is irrelevant in your opinion.
Oh, he mad.
So yeah, no wonder you want me to just watch.
He big mad. Oh man, I love it. What he's talking about here is he radicalizes his fans by taking these extreme positions and like basically brainwashing these kids and fans and saying like, this is horrible. You need to absolutely hate these people. America bad. Just these positions doubling and tripling down on them. And that causes radicalization. That stands for any group of people where you take extreme positions and then you don't incorporate nuance. Well, you don't back it up. You don't have reasoning, and B, you don't consider nuance.
It's kind of like he's acting like a Middle East person trying to idolize the downfall of America because it's against their belief that the American way is good, but the Middle East way is better. But as a 6'5" Turkish good-looking male,
they're getting their anger from me. So why don't they hear me out when I talk about how Ethan is not someone that you should be yelling at all?
Having a different position has to be genocidal.
Oh, got it. So like they don't listen. So they don't listen to one thing. They listen to whatever favors your perspective in this matter, but they don't listen to the other thing.
Yeah,
that is correct, because you tell them over and over again they need to hate these people, but then you tell them once to, oh wait, go against everything I said before and exclude these people or exclude Ethan from this. Of course they're going to attack Ethan. You still attack Ethan on stream. He still has attacked Ethan. Like whenever he's not on stream with Ethan, he attacks him.
doesn't favor you. Got it. So you get to pick and choose on what I get to do. Or maybe, let's be real, really you're completely oblivious to how much I've talked to my own community about not fucking yelling at Ethan and about how he's a good person, how he's an empathetic person, how he's a kind person, and he truly cares about Palestinian people.
This is the equivalent of a kid swearing and then the parent being surprised, even though they do it in front of the kid all the time. Little Jimmy.
I love how Willie Mac, during this debate, just stays calm for most of the part, like especially this part towards the end. He's like, but this, and then Hasan is just rambling on about all this stuff, and he's like, okay,
wrong,
but this,
wrong,
exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I told you swearing was bad. How do you think he had?
Your chat is calling me racist. Do you make any attempt to modify?
This is
I
hard.
have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all.
I have not looked at my chat at all.
As it turns out,
not looked at his
debates
chat.
His friends the same way he debates me, using really bad faith arguments.
But you,
I just opened it. But don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now. The reason why people are saying that is because of the conflations that you made, Ethan. That's why, like, I can't stop people from viewing you a certain way if you're going to make these comparisons that they've heard from actually racist people. You literally implied that Jewish Voice for Peace would be akin to a capo in this circumstance.
Oh, you are fucking so bad faith for saying that, and fuck you for even like putting that out in the world. That was not my point.
Made this comparison.
My point was that you can find anybody to defend any fucking thing.
Yeah, that was so bad faith. Like, I watched that, and he was trying to make another point, and Hasan cut him off and said, blah, 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 blah. It's like, can you let somebody finish a point that is just contrary to yours, please?
6'5", handsome, good-looking Turkish guy.
That was my point.
Hasan doesn't care. With friends like this, who needs enemies?
Exactly.
I don't fucking know, bro.
Doesn't she like kind of like look?
Oh,
like,
and his friend's an idiot.
Don't you think it's weird?
He sucks. He's bad.
Watch
That's
this.
the reason, dickhead.
Or listen to this, or whatever.
Anyway, I gotta go. I'm being rude to my guest.
This poor guy had to sit in a cuck chair the whole time. He does not look well, but he finished strong.
Oh, my guest has a question for you.
All right, let's
go ahead.
Don't you think it's weird how like Anne Hathaway like isn't Jewish? I just found that out like last year.
I don't fucking know, bro.
Doesn't she like kind of like look
what
Jewish? I always thought that. I was like, let's go, that's one of ours. But apparently she isn't. She's like the Jewish? Opposite. Yeah.
Nice. Shalom.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
That was the question.
That's it?
Yeah.
No,
I just found out about the Anne Hathaway thing.
He's dumb.
Speech. Mikey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I bring on these internet delinquents, we all laugh at the end.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
You just pissed me off.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks. With this handsome 6'5" Turkish guy.
Millionaire.
Talking like a politician. Has tons of money that won't give it away to any of his workers. It's kind of like he's a communist. Or better yet, a capitalist with his own funds. Oh, wait. He is.
And he lies, like all the things he fights.
No. See, I'm going to interrupt you by just disagreeing with everything you're saying.
Are you 6 foot?
I'm 6'2". I'm not 6'5".
Okay.
I'm not Turkish. I'm pale white.
You need to tan, and then you could.
I'm going to start doing that, actually.
Okay. So there
I'm
you
going
go.
to announce this right now on the next Banana Bear Show. Hopefully, I'll be a little more tan.
Oh.
I'm going to go tanning. I'm doing this hardcore workout thing. We didn't know. Like last May. Oh no. Well, I'll just say the last year. Because it's almost January. I was at like 280. Right.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", 280. That's pretty big. I'm at 240 now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I lost 40 pounds in a year. But I didn't try. But I'm going to try now.
Hey.
Yeah. Get a little healthier. I got reasons to do it now. I didn't have reasons to do it before. I'm going to be more fit. I'm going to be more black bear than grizzly bear. You know what I mean? Or sorry, more grizzly bear, less Kodiak bear.
Okay.
Because if you've ever seen a Kodiak bear, they're very massive.
More grizzly bear, less panda bear, huh?
No, panda's dumb. Like, no offense to our bear nation out there. Just to let you know, panda bears, love you, but you're dumb.
Well, in that case, you're going to always be panda bear, I guess.
You know what, Mikey?
Yo.
6'5", Turkish, good-looking guy.
And with that, guys, Hasan is a horrible person, but go check out our YouTube at Banana Bear Show, and be sure to like, subscribe. And if you haven't, go check out WillyMacShow on YouTube as well. He does excellent videos. I've watched his Hasan stuff, and I've watched his other stuff, and I thought
his name does not match how he looks. I'm thinking it's going to be a comedian, maybe black. Because, like, I know Bernie Mac and Willie Mac. It's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
When you think of Willie, you're like, oh, Will Smith, Big Willie.
I get what you're saying.
Mac is usually, unless he was like very Irish, but he doesn't look like that either.
Anyway, go watch his stuff.
He's not 6'5", Turkish, handsome, good-looking guy.
And with that, we'll see you next video. Bye.
That missile looks like a dildo.